Hello, YouTubers. This is Joe Bravo and Mo Bravo's Knife Reviews. Today I have a special new day video for you, new knife day. I have a Shiro F95 Zero and I have a Holt Bladeworks Morpheus. Both of these knives are brand new and they're actually new to the community, whereas the Morpheus has been out for about 2 months. The F95 Zero just came out 3 days ago. So I don't know. This might be the first review out there for the F95. I don't know how in depth I'm going to go. These knives are similar, but the 95 is a lot heavier of a knife, a little bit more substantial, definitely longer. We're going to put it on the scale here, and it comes at a swinging 5 ounces, whereas the Morpheus comes in at a 4 ounces. Oh, 3.7 after everything's settled. So you got a lot smaller, a lot lighter of a package in the Morpheus than you do the Shiro F95. Let's go with the length here. The length of the Morpheus comes in at 7.5 with a 3.25 blade length, whereas the Shirogorov comes in at 95 millimeter blade length, hence the F95 denotation, and the overall length is, I'd say, almost 8 3/4. So you got a big knife, heavy, heavy duty. Definitely a workhorse. Definitely a little scarier if you were to carry this at the office. I haven't confirmed this, but I've had a lot of F95s. I do think they. I mean, it almost feels like there's a detent ramp in there now, whereas the old F95s used to just clear and not have to go the rest of the way before clearing that detent. I think they might have put the ramp in there. From my investigative knowledge, the F3 and S's, anything around that 65 serial number, as you can see, this is a 65 serial number, had the detent ramp in there. It was after they released them over at Recon 1. They might be doing the same thing to the new F95 Zero. It is multi-row bearing system and it is M390. The Morpheus is also M390, running on cage bearings. The Shiro is also a cage bearing, but each one of the bearings are loose and you got to place them into the cage. Both have great drop shut action. I'd say the MRBS in the Shiro is a little bit more hydraulic, always has been, where the Morpheus is definitely a drop shut blade. Let's talk about backspacers. As you can see, the Shiro backspacer goes a little bit further up than, well, not just a little, I'd say almost 3 times further up on the Morpheus than it does on the F95. Now, one thing to consider too is the F95 does use the Shiro proprietary hardware, so you are going to need a Shiro Gordov tool in the event you want to take it down. Some of the older Shiros F95s had a screw on the pocket clip. Recently, they've changed them over to having the hidden screw located on the back side. What else? Holt does have the adjustable pivot. So, not adjustable pivot, but the adjustable detent ball. So, inside your package from Holt, which now they're doing these beautiful pouches, is your Solinco card and your Allen key. With the Allen key, if you turn it a certain direction, it'll either increase the detent strength or decrease the detent strength. The MRBS doesn't have that option. If you want to make an adjustment to it, typically tightening that pivot will have a little bit of an adjustment to the detent. You could also bend the frame lock out a little bit more to decrease the detent if it's too tough for you. The Morpheus is a liner lock, whereas the F95 is a frame lock. So you will have to keep your hands off of the frame lock to deploy it. If you don't, you are going to struggle a little bit. Just so that you guys know, on the F95, in case you ever wanted to know, you could kind of see in there it says MRBS, and it'll tell you the bearing system that it's using. And on the Holt as well, I don't know if you could see it. It's going to be really, really tough, but they engrave on the inside there. This is the Holt Morpheus 135 is the serial number. So if that's something that interests you, to make sure on previous or next models what the serial number is. Shiro gives you the traditional Recon 1 style COA. As you can see, F95 Zero with all your information. Holt gives it to you on the Solinco card where you have to download the Solinco app, enable NFC on your phone, and you'll get all your information. The Zero is bare titanium. There is no anodization. The Morpheus does have anodization on this model, only on the lows, and it's a burnish scale, so you could see the polish coming out, and it really gives it a pop. Both blades are stonewash. However, the Shiro is less of a mirror than the Holt. This is the Stonewash 1.0, and the 1.0 always had a little bit more of a mirrored finish in there. So just want to give you a comparison on two new knives that are coming in, both of them being titanium flippers with M390. They share similarities, they share differences. Really depends on what type of knife, what style of knife, what configuration on the detent and the lock bars. But ultimately, either of these knives are a great package at a great price point. Both of them are coming in around $1,100, give or take. This one is 1060 from Recon One. This guy is around 925 from the Holtz directly. Otherwise, they're going between 1250 and 1450 on the secondary market. So make sure you follow Knives on the Secondary. My buddy Brad does a great job of letting everybody know on Instagram what is up for sale. And please be sure to follow me at Watson and the Shark. And really looking forward to the next video. I did receive my GT Knives Spear Tack with some vintage Westinghouse micarta and Zerk bolsters. Very excited to get that on the channel. And currently in my hand, in my pocket, is my Inglesias Ion. I do carry it. I did use it to open up the F95. It's a terrific knife, and yeah, just something I wanted to share with you today. So thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Make sure you like and comment, and have a great rest of your week. Thank you.